All right, so I'm going to show you how to use or thread the Brother 1634DX serger, because the only one that you can find on YouTube is the 1634D or the 1034D. There are a few differences, like the dials are actually fully colored on this new one, as well as when you're threading it, there's a couple differences. But I just wanted to be able to show it to you guys because I had a struggle and I had to figure it out on my own. I am kind of new to this, but I've progressed really fast and I want to show you guys. All right, I apologize for that. My kids were screaming. I obviously have toddlers. I am not a professional YouTuber. That is evident, as well as, yeah, I didn't want y'all to hear me screaming at my children. Okay, so I love y'all so much. I am literally going to unthread it so that I may rethread it. So basically what this will do is show you what to do when you want to change out the threads. These are the large ones, and because you're using a serger, you use a lot of thread because it overlocks the fabric as well as trims it, which is amazing. But you can use the smaller ones, and when you use the smaller ones, you'll put them on this thing right here. This little thingamabobber will not be there, and you will put your smaller thread spool on there, and then you'll pop this on the top. But for now, we're going to cut all of these like this to show you. Okay. And then, because you never want to pull your thread out like this or take them out this way. You always want it to run through the machine as it's supposed to. It is turned on. So I'm going to shut it just because there's a lot of fast moving pieces and you just never know. It does come with a little foot thing, like a regular sewing machine. It controls the speed. And I'll just pull on it like this and pull it all out. Just like that. She is a bad boy. Oh my God. All right. I don't know how she's a bad boy. She's a bad girl. All right. She is a queen. All right. Now, we're going to pull this. You slide it to the right. You pop it open as so. A lot of people are going to tell you to pop the foot off. If you want to do so, the way that you do that is you see this lever right here. You have it up, which means that the foot is up, the presser foot. If I pull it down, it goes down. See, up, down, up, down. Okay, I'm putting it back up. Then you push it all the way back up, and there is a little button on the back right here that you mash, and it would pop the foot off. Now, you're supposed to be able to put all the threads like underneath the foot and behind it after you get done threading it. I do not do that. I don't know. I just don't. It just seems like a lot of extra work that's not necessary, but to each its own, right? Okay. So you take your thread after you put it on, whatever you choose to do. And you see these little holes in this one. This is another thing that's different. Let me get it to focus. Okay, so the other ones don't look quite like this. It's more like a hook. And then it goes through something. It only has this and not this. This one has this and this. So less likely to get tangled and more control of the thread and how it just unravels and comes through the machine. Okay, so I'm going to put it through this hole right here. And when I pull it through this hole, I'm going to pull it around the back of it and over this. And I will show you what it looks like afterwards. Hold on one second. So I had to get my son to help me. My toddler wants to pretend she's helping. So we're going to do it that way. Yes, I lick my thread. Some people do, some people don't. Whatever. You stick it through this hole. Take it around the back. Pull it like this. You have more control. Then you come down here and you put it through these holes. Now, you're not going to thread them in order like you would a regular sewing machine. You're not going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Never do that with a serger. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I know that's weird, but that's what you do. All right, so We are back. Well, for now. We'll see how long it takes him to start screaming again. Okay, so we're going to do this one first, the green one. Okay. Always make sure that you're set to 0 so that when you pull it through these discs inside of here, they're called tension discs, that they tension properly, and then we'll turn it up afterwards. The average is anywhere like 3 and 4, maybe 5, okay? But we are going to start with this green one. I'm going to try to prop my phone up to make this easier for you guys, for me pulling it down. Another thing, I didn't say it, please, please, please make sure that it is off while you do this. These things, sometimes when you touch things, they'll like start doing things, and it's just not a good idea. And there's a really sharp blade on this joker. Like, just turn it off, you know what I mean? Unplug it if you have to, if you have toddlers and you're worried about them turning it on, because that's what mine do. Also, on the other sergers, there's different kinds of holes that they come through, and like these little buttons that you mash to let it go through the tension discs. This one does not have that. It's a lot easier. It's more like a singer. Let me prop it up and then get you started. All right, so I hope this is good enough, guys. I do apologize if it's not. So I'm coming to the green one. I got it on 0. I pull it down in between the disc and here. I come down. Your number one friend will be these little handy dandy tweezers that they give you. I did buy a nicer pair. I literally opened them as soon as I bought it, and I've lost them. I'm sure my kids have stashed them somewhere, but these still work. They do. I didn't even know they came with a pair, to be honest with you. So you got this little hook. You just follow the green line, put it right through here, okay? So you can do this mainly with your hand. You come through here, and then you follow the green line. So you see it says this is the 5th step, because through the disc was the 4th step and down. Okay, so on this one there is like a clip right here and a bigger one beside it. On the smaller one right here is a blue and green dot, meaning we're going to put the 4th. All right, hold on, baby girl. Hold on. Just take this with you. Let mommy finish this, okay? Thank you. And you're going to just put it through this first one right here and not through this one, okay? So you'll watch me do it. So I came through this hook, come right here, slide it through just the first one. It's going to pop up in it. I just push it over, and then you've got this little weird hook right here. No one's really specific, but I'm going to be, okay? So you put it inside of that too, even though it's not really a number, okay? Make sure you are to the right of both these hooks. Then you come up here and here where the green one's at, not the blue one, and the hook. And come through like this. Your next step with this one, okay, so I'm going to pull this to me. Oh my God. I like to have them close to each other like this. You're going to put it through this tiny, tiny little hole right here, and I guess you cannot see it. So I'm going to try to do this while holding it so I can let you see it. Let it focus. Boom. This one right here is the one we are going to put it through. That top one, okay? You see how it moves like this? Okay. So I'm going to put it through that, and then you're literally going to pull it underneath the foot. Now, I told you to move your foot. You can. You don't have to. But you can't do it like a sewing machine. It won't just slide underneath, because this blade right here is in the way. So once you put it through this, you're going to have to like finagle it through and pull it through. I just pull it back here and then pull it around. Okay? All about preference, difficulty, wanting to do extra, etc. So let me put it in the hole, like so. Okay, and it just goes in real easy like so. With the little tweezers. Handy dandy tweezers. Make sure it doesn't get hung on anything. And your first dial is threaded. Okay? Alright. And I just take mine and move them later on underneath the foot. I do all that at the same time. For now, it'll do, and we're going to move on to the next one, okay? So I'm going to take this one and pull it through the tension discs, okay? And then I'm going to prop my phone up one more time for you, if I can.
Satan.
Won't be able to get it to work this time. Okay, let's get her to focus. There she is. Okay, let's give it a little whatever. So this one.
Huh?
Haha, so joke's on me. I actually unthreaded it and I grabbed the wrong one. You're actually going to grab this one for the blue one. I am not redoing this video. It's okay. It's taken me way too long to try to do this in general. So I just pull it through the tension disc, which, and then follow this little blue line, come around this hook like so, just like we did the other one. But in this one, we're going to go underneath this piece that's got the blue and green dot on it and the other one with the blue dot on it, and it goes up between the both of them, okay? And instead of doing this hook, we're doing this bottom hook, again, to the right of it. It just pops up in it. Okay, and so this is one of the big differences that I'm about to show you. So everybody says on the other ones, they're like, oh, pull this little tab right here, and it's going to end up going inside this hole. But first, it has to go around something inside of here. It does not open up like the Singer does. It does not work like that. So in order to do that, it's not the same. There's no tab, okay? This is the key right here. I'm going to pull this that way, and you're going to watch it pop out for you. Boom. And it stays that way. You just let go of it, and there it is. In order to push it back in, you just pop it back in. Now let's get it to focus, and you see this little triangle looking thing right there. That is what you're going to pull your string around, okay? So, let's get it to do its little thing. Focus, focus. Prop, prop. Boom. Okay. Here we are. Get your little handy dandy tweezers out. And, oh Lord. I don't know. I use my fingers a lot. I know you're not supposed to, or it's supposedly easier. Maybe because I have small fingers, it works for me. You get it to go inside this notch, that notch. It just goes around it. It'll pop into place. Then you pull yours a little bit, your string. That way you have some extra to work with. And I just pop it back in, just like that. Simple dimple, right? Okay. Are those even words? Okay. So. And then there's a tiny little itty bitty hole right here, okay? I'm going to grab the phone and I'm going to show you up close. There she is. And I just slide it into there and then grab it from the other side, like so, okay? Now, well, still the same, okay? Again, I had already put it underneath the foot when I had paused it earlier when I unthreaded it. I just bring it around back and I just pull it around the foot. And that's just what I do. Everybody does it different. It's easier to me than trying to like pop the foot off and do all that extra finagling stuff that people do, that fancy stuff. Well, I'm from the country and we's efficient as possible. Okay? And there she is. The two hardest ones. Once you get those down pat, you've got it. So what we're going to do next is we are going to do this one and then this one. So we did this one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on one second. Okay. So these are easy peasy. Again, we just go down in here and pull this one down, and there's this little metal bar right here. It's got to go underneath it. Nothing tricky about it. You just pull it this way. Come to this loop like a regular sewing machine. Easy. And it's got the little colors for you. This is the pink one. So the pink one's going to go to the right side of this little tiny metal thing inside of here. So you pull it down in there. You come down here, and you'll see your bar in front of your 2 needles right here. Go behind it the same way you do a regular sewing machine, if you know anything about them. I would recommend starting with one of those before I mess with a serger, but hey, like I said, to each their own, you know. They're not as difficult as people make them sound. Maybe it's just in my blood. I did just launch a business, Ra's Knot Shop, on Etsy. I'm only making knots. Well, I was only making top knots at the moment, but now I am making clothes, and I have fell in love. The knots were kind of a passion, but can't lie to you. And I definitely want to name it after my Gigi, but also my daughter Griffin, Willow Rose. So I'm kind of stuck on a name. I think I'm going to go with Gigi's Array with like a rose as my reference logo, like a wilted or maybe a stitched rose. I'm not really sure yet. I'm sure I'll figure it out. And I got a Facebook group, Ra's Knot Shop, on Facebook. It is private, but easy to apply to. We have a lot of fun on there. I sell things privately on there as well that aren't on Etsy. I'll make one of a kind, maybe 2 of a kind of a different size. They literally are one of a kind, basically, of like bummies, plumies, leggings. I'm going to be making some bubble rompers. I want to make some maxi dresses, like some really cool stuff. And I'm just kind of getting into it. If you just want to share with people that you think might love it, they're great little gifts for stocking stuffers, or they're just cute with everything. You can wear them doing yoga. You can wear them around the house. You can wear them when you do your hair up, hair down, hair braided. I mean, they're cute. And, you know, I show my toddler wearing them, but I make them in any size. Just note to seller the size you require. I do only make so many of those as well, but I'm constantly buying new fabric. It's becoming an issue, maybe an addiction, if anything. But yeah, just go check me out at rozknotshop.etsy.com, as well as shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E. Roz is R-A-S. And I think everybody can spell knot, K-N-O-T. Yeah, sure. Okay. So this one, when you do this as well, make sure that you put your, that's why your foot's not supposed to be on again. But like I said, it's just more complicated to me to try to put the foot back on. I don't know why. It just is. And I just slide it underneath that little square bar right here. Because these go to the side for the first 2 that you looped. And then this one I just pull to the back. You see? Easy. Okay, so now we are going to do this next one. Okay, right here. And I just pull her down the same way, but it doesn't have to go inside this metal bar because it's past it, of course. We are almost done, guys. I'm excited for you, like, to start your journey of sewing and just, I don't know, man. It's just an exciting thing. And I would love to hear your little stories, or if this worked out for you, or if this helped you, or hell, if anybody even watches it. I don't know. So it's just in case someone's looking, you know, because I did have a little bit of trouble. Everything was a little different, and it's a newer model. Joann's had a nice sale, and I took advantage of it. Yeah. I also bought a new Singer, heavy duty 6300. I can't remember the numbers. Anyways. But it's a heavy duty, and you can sew like 10 layers of freaking denim in it. And that thing is amazing. And you can, I don't know, it's just amazing.
This is so fun.
Let me pause you for a second. Okay, so I wanted to come over here and show you, because I did the same thing when I pulled it down, but I made sure it came on the left side of this one with the last one. Pulled it down, took it inside of here. And then I put it inside this left needle. And then, like I said, I just pull it through like this, like so. And again, lazy me doesn't want to take the foot off because I feel like it's more complicated. So yeah, there she is. Okay, so some people say just close her up and see how she looks. She's looking good. Turn all my dials to like 4. Yeah, in between maybe that little line. Always turn your tension based on your fabric and what you're sewing and so on. You'll learn all that if you don't already know that. I turn mine. You turn this knob. This is what controls this right here. See? I pull it towards me and a couple times, and you're supposed to hold this tight while you do it. I am literally just going to turn it on and do it like this and make sure everything is coming out right. And there she is. Like literally, there's my chain. She's working perfectly. And yeah, I hope it works out for you and have an amazing sewing adventure. And hopefully I'm going to learn a lot more about her. And when I do, I'm going to share some more videos if you guys like them, and subscribe and share, all that good stuff. All right.